Do you hear that?
Yep, sounds good.
Cool.
All right. So no Nick this time, but I got Luke and Zach here. I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time. Um, where I'm gonna go who I think is invested the least in this. So I wasn't gonna do this twice in a row because the first one I was gonna ask was gonna be Nick this time. However, Nick's not here, so Zach.
Why do you think I'm the least invested?
Because actually,
I'm not
no,
sure.
you're right. You're right. Actually,
Yeah.
Luke. It was gonna be originally. My thought was it was gonna be Nick, Luke, Zach, and I'm like, no, I don't know if Zach's gonna be that invested because he didn't seem too happy about it.
I really don't want to be here, but like I've played like tens of hours of both Among Us and Fall Guys.
Right. So I'll start with Luke. Opinions on the characters and matchup.
So I've told you before as we were talking about this matchup, and I'm just a little bit confused, and you've explained a little bit to me, but I at first wasn't sure that either of these characters really had much fighting potential, and now I see they have like, I guess a little bit. But
Actually, there's a lot more than I knew because I didn't
Really?
put I did not put I put a lot of effort into looking into specifically Bardock Omni-Man and Bowser Eggman.
yeah,
I put a little bit of effort into this one. The G1 Death Battle fan blog came out yesterday, which I've told you about that, right?
I think so.
They're the people who could basically probably be Death Battle researchers if they wanted to.
That's
They,
right.
they
yeah.
do like literally all of it themselves and predict episodes beforehand, which I'm not gonna go into who the winner was in that because one I kind
reveals
of
it, yeah.
it reveals a little bit, and I actually disagree with them a little bit based on what
Oh.
they put forward. But they have so fucking much. Like
Huh.
this is including crossover stuff because Death Battle's including crossover stuff. We just don't know to what extent.
Okay.
But yeah, no, they actually do have shit. Weirdly enough.
At this point, I just don't really have much opinion because they just seem like, they're funny, silly games that don't really have a fighting nature to them. So I'm
Yeah.
curious. I'm curious what they're gonna do, and I'll save my opinions on who I think is gonna win till the guessing time.
Right. All right, Zach, what about you?
So I feel like it's anyone's game, but I personally think the Among Us are gonna win.
Okay.
I do think the Fall Guys have. I'm trying to take this as seriously as possible, by the way, just because I think this is a joke. Therefore, like,
absolutely.
I'm trying to like reverse it. I think the Fall Guys definitely, like, as far as strength goes, fucked up. They can, according to the people who made the game, can rip a human in half.
Yep.
Not to mention, if this is being counted in the stats in like what they research, the Among Us sit weightlessly on the backs of Fortnite characters, which means they weigh almost nothing.
Yep.
Compared to a human. So strength-wise, the Fall Guys would win. However, imposters have like the weird like tongues that they stick out. They have guns. I think they're gonna win off range alone.
Okay.
I'm curious.
That's all.
How they're gonna do the matchup as well. Like, is it gonna be several Fall Guys versus several Among Us characters? How many crewmates? How many imposters?
I think it's just one.
So based on the preview, I'm thinking it's gonna be a weird. It is technically going to be the crewmates and an imposter versus the Fall Guys. However, in the preview, we see the imposter kill a crewmate, which I
Civil War.
Part of me thinks they did that to set up a guardian angel for later. Like maybe the imposter's like, oh, kill them like normal, and then then they realize what's going on with the Fall Guys. So like, all right, leave them alone for a little bit. I'm gonna kill the Fall Guys.
This reveals my lack of knowledge of recent, or not even recent, but like not the original 1.0 version of Among Us.
Yeah, so if a player dies, they can be a guardian angel, and that guardian angel for like 2 seconds can block any kill attempts that might come at them.
Oh.
So I guess I'll talk about it now. This is so fucking weird, and it is weird to me that a couple years ago when they did the Death Battle Champions poll to like people could pick matchups, this was on there and it lost. and I was like, all right, cool. It's never happening. It's never being brought back. And looking at that list of episodes, the fact that of the like I think it was like 8 episodes altogether, and no, it was 6. It was 12 episodes because it was 6 and 6, I believe. Of those 6 episodes, of those 12 episodes, I can talk. So many of them have just not happened or are not confirmed. Some of them are, but the fact that this is now one of them, it hurts my soul because there are some episodes in there, like Mordecai and Rigby versus Finn and Jake. I want that to happen so bad.
Right.
Question.
That's something I'd be invested in.
Where did this rank out of, like, I don't know, the group of 6 or the 12 overall? Like, where did this one drop off?
We didn't get to see the poll amounts for that one, but from what I've heard and like with them talking about it, it was either the bottom or near the bottom.
Okay. Because that was a very serious poll. Like, people were really trying to get their favorites in.
Yeah.
Right.
With these two, I'm rooting for Among Us because it gets memed to death. It does.
Mhm.
But it's a fun game. I prefer it over Fall Guys. Fall Guys the hype of it really died down for me pretty quick.
I think quite literally, and this might even be like, it's not going to be a reasoning for why they win, but I think it would be very ironic if Among Us won, simply because Among Us like literally killed Fall Guys.
Oh yeah.
Like as soon as it released, everyone stopped playing Fall Guys, and I haven't heard much of it since.
Going into this, my prediction, I'm not gonna say, only because I don't wanna, because I said I disagree with the G1 fan blog, and I don't wanna give that away too much.
But if it is true, then they'll tell us later.
Yeah.
By the way, I know you guys can't see this right now, but just for the viewers and I guess for future Kai, this isn't fecal matter on my hands. It's just ink.
Okay.
So get that across.
Okay.
Yeah, we just had to specify.
Yeah.
Before we start, there are 2 points I want to make. That are a little separate from this. First, on the last 2 death battle videos that I did, one, they both performed greatly, which is awesome. But there was multiple people who felt the need to comment things about this episode is why I hate death battle. Then they don't know how to do their research. Please get off of here. If you don't like death battle, why are you watching reactions?
Yeah, and it's okay to not like death battle and to disagree with them.
I
Save
think
yourself
it's like
the trouble.
I think it's like a Destiny 2 or like League of Legends syndrome where they're like I fucking hate death battle, but it's all I know. It's my favorite series.
Like they openly and like want people to disagree with them. They love the debate of it as long as you're nice about it.
Rage baiting. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, like I'm death battle themselves. They love it when people disagree with them and they openly accept it so people can debate and talk about this stuff because that's the whole point of the channel.
It's fun.
But if you're gonna come in my comments be like, hey, I had someone who's in my comments of the Bowser Eggman video say I think Eggman should have won and was cool about it, and then someone else came in on another comment and was like, I like this episode, but this is why Death Battle doesn't do their fucking research. Metal Sonic should have blitzed them and won instantly. Death Battle's for the fucking normies. I'm like, okay, stop. And then there was
power scalers.
Yeah, I power scale to an extent, but
well, yeah, but there's power scalers. There's power scalers and there's power scalers. You know?
I had a second point, but I've forgotten it. If I remember it later, I will bring it up. For now,
got too into the
by the way, if my comment about power scalers is gonna take people away from your channel, you are free to remove it.
Oh, it's staying in, dude. Do you have any idea how many people in the Death Battle community fucking hate power scalers?
Isn't that what Death Battle is though? Power scaling?
To an extent, yeah, but only kind of, and not the annoying kind.
Okay, it's not
there
like
a more specific term of like definition to power scaling that I don't know of.
It's like it's comparing the strength of 2 really strong characters, but from completely different genres or like universes with their own like reasons for why they're powerful. Like for instance, like Death Battle that's what it is. Like the prime example I see is like who would win, Gojo from JJK or Goku? And like that can spark some of the most like insufferable conversations you'll ever see on the internet.
The reason power scaling Because there's also another thing for power scaling, which is an inverse term for that kind of stuff, which is trying to scale characters to someone, to another character's feat. So the big one
Yes.
that a lot of people point to, when just trying to prove a point, is in Dragon Ball Z. During the Frieza saga, Goku can match Frieza. Earlier in the series, Frieza blew up a planet. This means Goku could probably blow up a planet.
So yeah, it's like the transitive property, but that doesn't always apply.
It doesn't always. How in certain instances, like with Dragon Ball, where power is kind of absolute in everything, it does mean something.
Okay.
But there's a lot of people who really try and stretch that shit far. I have seen power scaling go from this character can match this character, who can match this character, who can match this character, who can match another character who blew up a planet. So the first character is planetary.
Yeah.
Right. When it's like it's hard to do that in series because like obviously the MC has plot armor. Like it's like saying, "Oh, the MC beat this world-ending threat that could snap their fingers and make the universe go away. Therefore, this character can snap their fingers and make the universe go away."
Mm-hmm.
It is a slippery slope with some people. I try my best to do my best to not do that shit, and so does Death Battle. They try their best to if they especially lately they have done their best to stick to direct feats, and only
Yeah.
go to scaling if they have to, and they do their best
Right.
to not do that shitty distance scaling.
Mm-hmm.
We have done that somehow. I didn't think it was going to be a thing in this one. We actually talked longer in this one than
Yeah.
before Bowser Eggman.
Well, yeah, we went on a
Really?
tangent.
We did.
It's
be
been like
fair.
12 minutes of recording so
we,
far.
we only spent 6 minutes before Bowser Eggman.
Oh.
But the discussion segment before the fight was 10 minutes in that one though.
Okay.
All right.
We haven't even gotten to the video yet.
We have not. So, are you guys both ready?
Yes.
Yes,
let's-
you're welcome to cut out all of my dialogue to make it 6 minutes if you need to.
Nah, we're good.
Keep ours in though.
We will. Oh yeah, this is it's just
12
segments.
minutes into the video. Also, Zach's here, by the way.
All right. Time to watch fucking Peak.
This battle is sponsored by Marvel Snap.
Man, that Marvel Snap sponsor. Oh my fucking god.
Oh no.
The year
Click off the video.
was 2020. The long wait
This
as
was a
we
different
all
intro.
experienced the most viral sensation in recent years. It was Among Us. Nah, Fall Guys was the biggest news that year. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to
I mean,
find
it
out who
was
would
Among
win
Us.
a death battle.
I mean, at the time, they were both fucking massive.
Yeah.
Among
In the
Us
lonely
reigned for a little
dark of
longer.
Space, aboard
Yeah.
a malfunctioning vessel, a peculiar
Pure
crew of
precipitation levels.
bean-shaped
Dude, the
astronauts
Among Us
must work
TV show
together
drops
to
next
save
year.
their souls from
There's a
quiet
Dear-
demise.
oh, hell yeah.
It's a Netflix show. They both have manga. I haven't read either, but they both have manga.
Why?
I don't know.
Moment, and it's up to these color. It may not take much to reconnect
18
some wires in the
marketable
cafeteria,
colors.
but it certainly
Yep.
does to clear
Why
asteroids
is it
when your
confirmed
ship is
that they
moving
reproduce
faster than
asexually?
light.
I don't know.
That's not a suit.
They do have those
Why do
little.
they
You
have
can
a
have pets come around. You can
cafeteria?
have a little Among Us with them. That doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily need
Oh,
another
yeah.
character.
I don't
They
just
don't
click the
have a
button.
mouth.
At any point,
Maybe they
these
can
creatures
multiply,
must draw
and that's gonna
from
be part of the
medical
thing.
training, electrical skills, and mechanical know-how.
Okay, but it's total
I also
chaos,
said they were
so
good
teamwork
friends
is
with
key.
Fall Guys.
They
That's
gotta
canon.
spread out and
Just for being kinda sus.
Nope.
God.
What was
Hold
that?
on.
Can you
No
just put that
fucking
on,
way.
Kinda...
Hold
What do you
on.
mean, no
Suck.
fucking way? They had to.
What the
They-
fuck is that in the background?
You've
Were they
never
imposters?
seen that?
I have, and I was not ready for it here.
It had to. It had such a big. It's
I
such,
know.
like, such a big influence in the community.
Who is that?
I don't
Germa?
know. Oh, it's
That's
Germa?
Germa?
I've never
Yeah.
watched Germa, so I don't really know.
I've been compared to him.
No, it is a photoshopped picture of Germa.
Well, I figured, but
Us.
I don't know why you've been compared to Germa.
Somebody said I was
Yeah,
like
Wiz is
discount
the
German or
imposter.
something.
Makes sense.
He does seem to know an awful lot about these aliens. And just to put it out there, it isn't me.
That's a good point. Have you ever heard him say sus?
No, what do you mean? Knowing a lot is
I hate
literally
this.
my job.
Ear canals.
Ah, jeez.
Who are these
fix
other
your
characters?
mic,
Are they like
dummy.
people they work
I
with?
agree.
Ringmaster was the host of their other show, DBX, before they canceled. He just kind of shows up every once in a while Jocelyn was the host of another one of their shows, Death of Death Battle, which again ended. Now she just shows up every once in a while. And Dummy was their little robot that they had for demonstrations of powers that they just kind of stopped using recently. I don't know why. They don't really do as much with the Wiz and Boomstick models anymore. I think because it's more expensive.
Yeah.
With the metal bowling ball.
Well, I knew the sussy baka from the start.
Shut up.
And again, just
Shut
to be
up.
very clear, it
Which must mean their ability to walk is entirely muscle-based. Their whole anatomy is one unsolvable
Or cartilage.
mystery.
Ew!
Yeah.
They've got human toes,
Don't
buff arms
do
for
that.
no reason, and can stretch like Mr. Fantastic? What are
Okay,
these
they're
freaky
using all the
things?
joke
No
stuff
one
too.
knows. They don't even exist within the same
Was that
realm
from
of
the
mortality as you or I.
cartoon that's coming out?
Even if one of
Or
them is
What?
What was that clip from? Where
I
it's
believe
stretchy?
it. I believe it was a trailer for one of their April Fool's updates.
or become guardian angels for the living by literally shielding them.
That's gotta be one tough shield, because remember that Desert Eagle they holster? Apparently, that thing also fires a laser that can rip apart whole planets! Good God!
I'm sorry?
To split this planet apart like that would need over 10 non-million tons of TNT!
A
Is that a
number
number?
so incomprehensible you'd have to multiply 1 billion by 1 billion. Twice.
More than enough to annihilate Earth over 160 million times, which seems like overkill for the, space vampires they were fighting.
Right, the crew has crossed over with a variety of other universes. Fortnite, Vampire Survivors, Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, the classics.
Including this Henry Stickmin guy. Apparently, he's a kleptomaniac with a surprisingly wide and wacky arsenal all the crew can have.
Desert Eagle-eyed crewmates will find Henry's
Was there a
weapons throughout the
crossover
ship.
there? I
Like
can't
a
remember.
A little bit, yeah. You
There's
can,
a map.
Yeah, you can go to the Top Hat Clan's base in Among Us. That's one of the maps.
Oh.
I am
okay.
all right. I'm mad right now because this is the first time we're hearing about Henry Stickmin, not his own goddamn episode.
Fucked up.
banana bomb, a teleporter, a ninja star, and a
I will say
magic
they're
pencil
stretching
to
a
bring
little bit
drawings
here.
to life.
These
A little
creepy
bit.
I feel like-
Teletubbies can sketch whatever they want into existence, and they're suddenly everywhere I look now. Where's these little
Sure.
trash can
Security
people
camera.
are freaking me out.
In a strange way,
Wait. Why was
now?
fucking? Why is Wings of Iron there? That does not look like. That does not look like it.
Is
Yeah,
that
it does.
No,
the Wings of Iron?
the track
I'd
right
say-
there.
I'd say so.
Like,
These little
I
trash
see
can
it.
people are freaking me
It's
out.
like
in a
Eldritch pattern
strange way,
recognition.
all of
That's
us
what they're
more
trying to
didn't
show.
understand the
fascinating
thing.
species.
Whoa.
At the bottom right.
Hold on. Look at that bottom point.
Donald's chicken
Don't sh-
nugget shaped like the. Okay. Who cares?
Okay, well, that you can't put monetary worth on a living being.
Yeah, that's insensitive to the
Uh,
human life experience.
So this
So the human being.
this
Also,
fucking
did they account for inflation?
this
Yeah, true.
this fucking feats menu is one of the most cursed things ever.
Let's go through them one at a time.
Okay,
Completed a card
Which
swipe
one?
on the first try.
what? The fucking that gun destroyed entire planets. What the fuck?
Piloted the drop ship at light speed.
See, like
Okay.
that's impressive. Like those are
Yeah,
impressive.
That's impressive. Yes.
And listen to 36 hours of music in 2020.
What does that mean?
I don't
What is,
know.
what is that a reference to?
I'm
I
sure
don't
it's a. Also, the reason you know what sus is, like what, like
Well,
true.
yeah.
That's true. I heard that used for other reasons.
You know what?
Before
Yes,
that.
the entire year before that, sus meant gay, and then as
Yeah.
soon as Among Us became popular, it meant suspect.
I don't think
Yes.
I ever actually heard that before.
I heard it a couple times.
We were in high school.
I somehow
heard it
avoided
everywhere.
I somehow avoided it.
I worked at where the Nugget got made that sold for almost
In the
$100,000.
face
Hey y'all, this is Chad. If you don't know, I voice
Hello, Chad.
Boomstick. Here at
Wha-
1
wha-
p.m. Central
is this
today,
important?
Sam and I are going to be
Face
playing some
reveal.
Fall Guys and maybe some Among Us.
Okay, no, it's not important. I love you, Chad, but it's not important. Not important to the episode.
That's a rough voice for
Welcome to
that,
the
like,
bright-
kind of nice soft voice he has.
Oh yeah, no, it's so funny hearing the difference, especially when you hear Ben's voice for Wiz, like the difference. It's just his voice, but like amped up a little bit.
Okay.
Right.
Colorful world of the Blunderdome! Natural habitat to these lovable little beings.
They gotta
known as
mention
the
Final Fantasy
Fall
14.
Guys,
They have
who
to.
I think they
race each
will.
other
I
through
hope
fun
they will.
times
If they
mentioned all the other
with
shit for
nothing but
Among Us, they
clear
have to.
skies up everett. These bounce
will
house
say,
courses
just as a
can
game,
outdo these
I
weebles
think the
wobble
concept
through
of
it.
Among Us
with a
is better.
shocking
It's
level
more
of innate
fun
parkour
game,
mastery that otherwise
like,
hasn't been
just,
seen since 2006.
like on its own for its own reasons. I think Fall Guys is more returnable. Like I can go back and play it more.
Mostly
Because-
because it's well, I'd say that's just because it's match made, honestly.
It's an
Half of Mike
obstacle course, and I like
Wazowski.
obstacle courses. And like it has some variety. Among Us is always Among Us. Like it's always the
Yeah.
same kind of game, I would say.
Half of Mike
Wait.
Wazowski.
Yeah, potentially Void sent.
I don't know what that
There's
means.
that's the Final Fantasy reference.
Oh shit!
Void sent are like demons.
Oh shit!
Like there's a whole like I'm not gonna go into like the elaborate lore of like the reflections and shit, but essentially Void is like an alternate version of Earth that got fully engulfed in darkness, and every single living being got affected, which means Fall Guys were once regular living organisms, like they could have been humans, and because of the flood of darkness in Final Fantasy XIV, they turned into Void Sent.
That is amazing.
Stars in their own
But
manga.
honestly, not many of the beans make it, and only one can be crowned the winner before everything starts all over again.
Which makes for some very
I wonder if part
friendly
of the,
competition, like survival of the
weakness is
fittest,
going
but for
to be that they are clumsy.
Probably.
Yeah, they're going to be pushed down a cliff, and then they're going to be like, "Whoa," and then disappear, and it'll say disqualified.
Yeah.
a bunch of wild.
Yep,
We've
I
seen
need
these
to read
goobers
this.
get smacked by giant melons.
What?
I just need to make sure I could read all these.
Okay, well, I'm looking at him for a second. They have the fucking TARDIS. What?
I guess so.
Power Sword, Proton Pack, Pac-Man. Did they just
Proton
have
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man?
Surprised they don't have the Echo.
Oh, I mean they have and more.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Resurrect.
They're gonna-
fucking resurrect. What?
That's true because when they
They're-
fall, they can just pop back up at the start of the thing on like tiptoe.
Their win condition is going to be they're going to get a flashback from the Echo telling them who the imposter is.
Pellets and fall into actual hot lava, but they always pop back up at the qualification stage later, completely unharmed.
I mean, that's
somehow.
the
These
same
remarkable creatures have demonstrated
reason you
some
could give to any
dumbfounding
video game
durability,
characters that
such
oh
as
they
getting
try
struck by a
again when they
meteor.
respawn.
I hate that. That is so weird.
No, the thing is like respawning, that's like something that every game has because you need to be able to
Yeah.
keep playing it. But the Echo is an actual like that only happens in cutscenes. That's like an actual like story beat. So it could. I don't think it's going to, but it really could.
So after some dissection, it's unclear.
Oh.
This is an
That is
official.
their
Oh.
official
I don't know what's
skeleton.
more upsetting, that
Oh.
skeleton or the fact that these jelly beans are 6 friggin' feet tall.
Imagine bumping into this thing in a dark alleyway. No, thank you.
Whoa, this. They've also said they're strong enough to rip someone in half and can stretch their bodies so far they pass beyond the observable universe.
Oh god, the Twitter feats.
Oh yeah! January 18th, 2022, 9:14 a.m. The Fall Guy stretched so far he exited the universe as we know it, and then he kept going.
Okay. Oh my god, we still have like 10 minutes left.
Is that the well? I guess that's the fight explanation.
Still, this will. All right. Get past the ad.
More like 8 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Not as long because of the ad and stuff. All right. I'll go in the same order. Luke, you got a prediction?
My initial thought after they did the Among Us characters was, I think that Among Us is gonna win because the imposter, like anything it does, any attack it does, is theoretically an instant kill. Like it just shoots the tongue out and that's they're dead right away. But that's against another Among Us like crewmate.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like that the Fall Guys are just indestructible, and
Yeah.
if they're playing with the respawn thing, then I think it's an overwhelming victory for Fall Guys. That's my prediction.
All right, Zach.
It has to be the Fall Guys, unfortunately. It's the durability is the big one.
Yeah.
Especially if I won't go into why. I really I know it was just a really one-off comment, and this is just an obsession of mine. But if they really are void sent, there's something really funny they could do, and I hope they do it.
Okay. Make sure to
But-
point it out if it happens and we don't
Yeah.
notice.
If it happens, then yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay.
It depends on the setting though. It has to be a very specific setting.
I want the Among Us to win so bad, but after hearing everything, I literally think the only advantages that Among Us has is they have better range. They could potentially shut down like the little bits of tech that the Fall Guys use with their like sabotage stuff, and that's kind of stretching. And they might be faster. So I'm gonna go Fall Guys.
Actually, honestly, I think it's gonna come down to that gun that ripped
that's
apart the
true.
planet.
But that's not nearly powerful enough to compare to the fucking Big Bang.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, you're right.
Also, you better count this for my score. I know Nick's not here,
It's
but
gonna
like,
it
his
counts
fault.
it counts for all three of us.
Yeah.
All right, 3 votes for Fall Guys, and none of us happy about it.
I'm
Well,
not unhappy about it. I'm
Luke's
neutral
more
on it.
indifferent, but me and Zach are not. All right.
I love the Among Us guys.
Me too.
I
They're fun.
I'm indifferent towards the Fall Guys.
All right.
So
We'll
see.
Let's see if they somehow top Bowser Eggman. I doubt it.
I don't think they're going to.
I don't think they could.
I don't think they could either.
That's why this episode exists, like you said.
Yep.
Then you bring the bar back down. You know, so they just said there are imposters among them. They didn't say how many. Several animation files. Well, at least 2.
What?
What? Oh, the
What?
the reactor. The reactor. got
Oh
fucked up.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Oh,
noticed they're not fighting yet.
What is happening?
I don't know. Are they like getting it down to one imposter, one ball guy? Is that
I
what
think
they're
so.
doing right now?
I hope they all forgot.
Oh my
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at Blue.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. We all saw it.
Oh my god.
Also, that's Cyan.
I didn't think they were gonna do it.
I'm kind of happy they did. That's funny. I don't care. They did the fucking distraction dance. Okay, fuck it. This episode's good.
Oh my god.
Let's see now if they can kill. Get into that. Fall Guys win.
Oh, I see.
Is that a thing they can do?
Yes, shapeshifters.
God damn it. I don't like that I'm having a good time right now.
Okay, now I fear because I thought it was landslide, and now it's acting like landslide at the start. I don't know how this is gonna turn out towards the end. I just don't see how Among Us win.
Oh shit, it's back to a group battle.
Is there anybody like any role?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold
Go
on.
back like 10 seconds.
I'm turning this down slightly. This is so loud. I'll just turn it down in post.
Watch. There was a guardian angel. Pay attention to the guardian angel. That is such a good like way to do that.
Oh, yep. Pac-Man.
Because he eats ghosts.
Yep. Oh shit, they did the scene. TARDIS. Power sword. Oh, by gun. Why is
there
this
any-
good?
Is there any role in Among Us that allows somebody to kill an imposter?
No.
Not in vanilla. I don't like how muscly those hands were.
Okay, he's pulling the win out.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I
Is that the
forgot.
default dance?
Yeah. Shit, what was I gonna say? I
We
don't
were
know.
all right.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Suck it, Nick.
unfortunately.
I mean, okay, like
We're just assuming.
I mean, he's not here for it.
Yeah, he can't get a point.
I'm upset that was good. That I actually had so much fun watching that.
I enjoyed that a little more than I wanted to.
Right?
I did a little bit less than I wanted to, but that's okay.
I'm happy that it was fun. I'm unhappy that I was right. I wanted to be wrong this time, actually. I knew I wasn't gonna be, but I wanted to be.
They did the right thing for the episode by doing all the memes. I just have such an aversion to all those memes because they get done so much.
Not
Well,
anymore,
yeah.
really, but
But
Yeah,
like
not
this
anymore,
is like
but
a
it takes me back to a time.
well. Here's the thing: those were all random. This is like a love letter to the series.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like they
get
have
it.
to.
I'm just jaded, but I'm acknowledging that.
Fair enough. Fair
Okay.
enough. All right, let's hear what they gotta say.
When's the next episode? This is my new favorite show. Move over, chimp crazy.
We broke this down.
Oh, this
into
also
three
this will also
categories:
say what the
offense,
episode after this
defense,
is, right?
And the
Yeah.
bizarre.
Wait, that's it? Only 3 categories this time?
There wasn't a whole lot.
I guess,
I will
yeah.
say.
I mean, the bogus Among Us
How many
can
did you
blow up
want?
planets. Not to
They-
mention
there's
moving
usually
faster
5.
than light to hit all those planets in one shot. It's kind of out there, but no Fall Guy has ever done anything like that. The crewmates clearly get the edge in offense.
Though that impressive power matters less when we look at defense.
It's crazy how much damage the Fall Guys can walk off. They survived anything their course threw at them, took hits from meteors, and most importantly, survived the Big Bang. You know, the explosion that blew the whole frickin' universe into existence? Easy edge for the bumbling beans.
We can even
Well,
go a
theoretically,
step
we all
further.
survived
Both
it.
of these creatures have demonstrated various forms of invulnerability and death negation, like how the Fall Guys could
Well, it's like
always
saying
pop
the
back up from
ashes of an
ground,
explosion
or how the
survive the
crewmates
explosion.
became ghosts
Yeah.
when they die. However, only the Fall Guys had a viable counter. Only the Fall Guys could ensure that their foe stays dead.
Pac-Man, they can become Pac-Man, who, you know, eats ghosts.
Brilliant.
Which leads us to the truly bizarre stuff about both of these beanie freaks.
They could both stretch their bodies to absurd lengths, but only the Fall Guys stretch beyond the observable universe in a matter of minutes. In fact, if we take these
crazy
posting
that they're
times
using a
literally,
Twitter thread
that
for
would mean
this.
the Fall Guys can stretch at speeds over a quadrillion times faster
I'm not
than
happy
light.
about
I
that,
don't know,
and it
Wiz,
makes
that
me
I
worried.
am.
like a bit
It
of
makes
a-
me
I
worried. It makes me very worried for Kratos versus Asura because there's some stupid shit that have been said on Twitter by the creators of God of War that Kratos can do that I hate using Twitter scaling.
I don't think they would use that because this is a joke episode. They pull
Maybe
from all
not.
random sorts of shit. I don't think they would do that for a serious one.
It's bold to call this a joke episode.
Wink.
The crewmates
I mean,
did have
I don't know if
plenty
it
of
is.
answers to the Fall Guys' hijinks, like a magic
I don't
pencil
know if it's
sword
bold,
to fight
I
off
mean.
He-Man's power sword, or how they could potentially hack Digi's creations.
But the overwhelming amount of stuff that the Fall Guys have access to just dwarfs the Among Us crew's arsenal.
Okay, hold on. Gun, specialized skills, nonsensical biology, prone to paranoia and betrayal, Small Bean. I hate that. Fall Guys, Big Bean, made of tougher stuff,
Okay, that makes it
actual
better.
Ghostbusters, terrifying biology, and tunnel vision. All right.
I mean, Hadoukens, TARDIS, just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, the spaceship crew had a few deadlier weapons among them, but the Fallen Guys had too many options that could not be.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The official Innersloth and Among Us accounts said, yeah, no, Fall Guys are gonna win.
Oh,
By the way, I would like to say the thing that I was fearing about the Void Scent is if they were actually Void Scent in their own domain at least. So this would be the obstacle course. Void Scent cannot die. They get killed and they turn into energy where they can move around and be reborn in a location of their choice.
gotcha.
Or if there are other Void Scent nearby, they can devour that energy and become twice as strong.
Okay. God
So I
damn.
was really hoping they did that. It would have been really funny.
counted.
Zach likes
The
Final
crewmates
Fantasy.
may have been
Yeah.
cunning
Yes.
and dangerous, but the one-track-minded Fall Guys
It was
just
one
wouldn't
comment,
go down.
but it was in their
Making
feats,
sure the losers
so I
of
thought they were
this
going to use
fight
it.
We're no longer Among Us.
Oh no, we never found the second imposter.
Ah, damn it! I
God
knew
damn
that
it.
stupid robot was sus.
Then Among Us wins right away.
So embarrassing.
I kind of like
Winner
that.
is the Fall Guys. And me.
Next time
Okay.
on Death
What do we
Battle.
got? What we got? All right, Kratos
Okay,
Asura
oh.
is next. Okay.
Okay.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more.
All right.
The one that most people have been waiting for, but me not really.
So many people have been waiting for this. It lost twice in the poll and the tournament, and now it's here. Nick
Being
is gonna
second
wanna-
both times, right?
Yep, it got second place twice. And now it's here though. Nick is gonna be excited. All right.
Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I'm trying to gather mine because I don't know how to feel.
I feel like they did a good job making a fun episode out of two very silly concepts.
I can agree to that. I definitely think it was better to follow up Bowser Eggman with this rather than going into like Kratos Asura. Just get you need something as a buffer.
Get a little bit of a break and then, hit him with another fastball.
I am upset that Fall Guys won, and I am also upset that this is probably outranking a lot of like the first 4 seasons episodes. Like this is better than most things that Death Battle did in the first few seasons, and that upsets me.
I mean, that's fair though. They just have experience. If they did this back then, it would have sucked as much as the old stuff sucked already.
I mean, yeah, but like there are episodes in season 2, one episode in season 1, and like some stuff, after that and all, that is in my top 10 episodes. Like, there's, I think, 2 or 3 episodes in season 2 that I consider some of the best episodes they've ever made.
Okay.
And the fact that this is not better than those episodes.
Okay,
However,
good. I thought you were gonna say that.
this is better than the stuff that was made around that same time.
Yeah.
And with that same level of quality, just not as good, like writing and all that. This one weirdly was funny. We all laughed at the stupid shit. It was fast-paced, entertaining, full of their entire arsenal.
That's not a testament to like the meme games being like amazing though. That's a testament to Death Battle getting
Right,
better at
yeah.
their jobs, which is great.
Yeah.
It's good that this didn't suck.
Oh yeah, I'm happy it didn't suck. I didn't want to like it as much as I did, and it's definitely ranked above Bardock Omni-Man. But do I put this above Joker Giorno? I'll have to think on that. It's definitely not better than Bowser.
Is it
Eggman.
that good?
I personally disagree with that, but you can think whatever you want. I'll just be surprised
With what?
if you put this above Giorno and Joker.
I don't think I will. It's definitely above Bardock Omni-Man. Because while the fight of that is pretty fun, it's got some weird animation stuff, and the research hinders it a lot for me.
Okay.
This doesn't have either of those things. It was just goofy. And okay. It's definitely not above Joker Giorno, thinking about it.
Okay.
Alright. Zach, any final thoughts?
Not really. I feel like I've said everything I want to say.
Fair enough, fair enough. Luke, anything you want to add
I already
before we
gave mine.
go?
No, I think I've said all I need to say.
Alright. Well then, fucking hell. We'll be back here for I don't know, Zach, if you're gonna be back for Kratos Asura.
I can miss it, but if I'm around, I'll be here.
Fair enough. So me, Luke, and Nick will definitely be here. Zach
Yes,
will be here if he's available. Please don't throw another curveball like this at me again. Just don't.